Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Okay, so today looks like we have some severe weather popping up. Kind of like I expected, but I remember I was forecasting kind of down this area. Um, See plenty of action developing over the last hour over eastern Iowa, coming into getting ready to come into the Illinois region. I'm also keeping an eye on these potential cells over here developing out ahead of these, which could kill their development depending on what these do. But right now, I have the live radar pulled up. This is about to update. I'm assuming here pretty soon. It's 7 o'clock currently, and this radar goes up to 6:50 p.m. But right now, this is I can't remember what this front is called. I don't know why, but as you can see, you kind of have action all over the area. But right now, I'm looking at these cells right here as potential severe cells. They've been really kicking up pretty fast. I'll also on my phone have the chat going, and that way I don't have to leave this radar for any reason other than looking at potential models. But right now, I don't think models are going to do much for live action. Remember, models are not live; they're predictions and past predictions. So right now, we're looking at these cells over eastern Iowa. Washington, Fairfield, Bloomfield is about to get hit. So as these storms can move across the river, um, like I said, these cells are what you want to watch if you're a storm chaser. You want to watch what these cells do, and if they eat up all the instability that is in this region right here. So these storms could die down a bit as they approach the river, and then fire back up when they uh, move east of the river. So yeah, I just got this radar, so I'm still trying to play with it. Right now, I have velocity pulled up. Obviously, with limited radars, velocity is not doing good with limited radars. Hold on. Your velocity, yeah, it really doesn't reach out that far per each radar. So pretty interesting. I don't know if the Des Moines radar will come out that far. Des Moines, not really. Okay, so it's not that. Go back to classic, and if you want to look at a high definition radar, it doesn't look as intense. But I don't really pay attention. I pay attention to the classic stuff. Looks a lot better. better. Storm chasing wise. So I can't really tell if this is in a good area for or if, what the velocity is doing. If there's any rotation, they're not severe warned yet. It's been updated. So this is 7 minutes ago, the current action. So I just have the satellite imagery pulled up, so I can actually get rid of that and uh, kind of do this to make it easier to see cells. Now there's an active tornado watch right now for portions of eastern Iowa. See, Norman, Oklahoma issued this severe thunderstorm or tornado watch. Effective until midnight tonight. Few tornadoes possible. Scattered damaging winds and isolated significant gusts 70 miles per hour likely. Scattered large hail and isolated very large hail events of 3 inches in diameter likely. If you looked at the SPC, you realize that there is a significant chance for both hail and wind, I believe, and jump to 10% in tornado possibility. So that's a big issue. Summary thunderstorm development is expected this evening from central southern Iowa into southeast Iowa, and storms will move east-southeastward into tonight. Environment factors: supercells capable of producing very large hail of 3 inches in diameter, outflow gusts of 75 miles per hour, and a few tornadoes. The hail and the wind is probably going to be the biggest threat of this event. Tornadoes will also be there, but that's going to be a big event. What we could do is back out of this and look at the SPC, see what is going on. I know I have severe weather logos up here. I was looking to improve my thumbnail stuff. Alrighty. Every about 20 minutes I'll have a break. I'll break for myself to rest my talking voice. A couple minutes. Say here's the tornado, 10%, but then you have a significant severe risk for a tornado. I mean, you're jumping 15, 30, 45, 60, the significance. I don't know what percentage that is, but that is extremely high, I'm assuming. Burlington, Iowa, Onamwa, Iowa, Macomb, Iowa, Fort Madison, Iowa, and I'm not going to pronounce that, but at Iowa, you're in a very serious situation. It's only, thank goodness, that's well, actually, it's 301,000 potential population affection, and you have a 10% tornado risk for Quincy, Illinois, Burlington, Iowa, Ottawa, Iowa, Macomb, Illinois. Why did I say Iowa? And Fort Madison, Iowa. And a 5% risk for Des Moines, Iowa, Springfield, Illinois, Peoria, Illinois, Davenport, and Decatur. And 2% for St. Louis, Aurora, Joliet, Cedar Rapids, and Champaign. So yesterday this was looking more over here. Now it's shifting more over here, and here is the wind threat. You got a pretty big significant area, but a 30% chance for Springfield, Quincy, Pekin, Jacksonville, and Macomb. And you had a significant severe for Springfield, Quincy, Pekin, Galesburg, and Burlington. For hail, this is probably the biggest threat in my opinion, along with the wind. Plenty of big cities could be affected, including Chicago and pretty much all of Indiana. So, like I said yesterday, I predict there might be a second wave. Let's go back to the radar, see if there's anything issued. Oh, it looks like we got tornado warning. So we have our first tornado warning of the day. Okay, so alright, so we got our first tornado warning for Bloomfield. Let's see here. National Weather Service in Des Moines has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Davis County and southeastern Iowa until 7:45 p.m. Capable of producing a tornado moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard tornado. Radar indicated rotation. Let me try and pull up radar velocity. If it gives me one. Okay, here we go. Zoom in. So as you can see, this is pretty significant. This is a pretty nice little tight curl. Let me see if I can turn off. Hold on. Turn off clouds. Wind. Wanted. Is there watches in here? Okay. Bigly watches. Okay. So here's a tornado warning. Bloomfield is pretty much right in the center of it. And like I said, this happened about 8 minutes ago. Let's take a look at here. Let's stop it when it gets to full. Okay, so here is your radar. So we got something developing over Bloomfield right now. It's probably already moved slowly southeast. So we have our first tornado warning of the day, issued pretty quickly. This is one of the storms that I've been looking at. You got these storms as well over here. So very interesting to see. Let me try and pull up the winds again and see if I can see anything. I don't know if the winds are going to show up. Looks like we got a wind going north. So we got winds going north. And as the storm is traveling southeast, you got that rotation as it comes like this. So you're going to get some spin up potentially over here. That is the reason why. So yeah, we definitely have some rotation over Bloomfield, Iowa right now. It's moving southeast. Looks like, take a look at cities ahead of this. Milton, Cantrell, Pulaski looks to be in the path of the storm. I can maybe increase elevation. It's tough. This is the lowest elevation, I believe. Correlation coefficient. This will give us any idea if there's any debris, if you see like some blues or isolated blues or greens. Really tough to tell. Doesn't look like there's anything. I also haven't really used this much. Echo tops, this is pretty high. This is getting pretty high. This is a pretty significant thunderstorm that's developed right now over Bloomfield, which, okay, you can start to see some hail right now. Positive reflectivity. Oh, I want to get back. Give me back to my radar. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely a pretty big concern for tornado development. Let's roll this loop. Trying to see if I can see anything. Oh, it's really tough to tell. Really tough to tell. Let's go back to the regular radar, the classic radar. Holy cow. Alright, we got some hail. Okay. Okay. Very surprised they have not issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this. I know tornado warning is pretty much saying severe. I'm not seeing anything that describes any hail, so I would definitely, if I was Des Moines, who issued this warning? I'm assuming it's Des Moines that issued this warning. Yeah, I would definitely have a severe thunderstorm warning issued along with this, because you could see pretty significant hail core right now. We see storms are just continuing to develop along this line right here, so Davenport might get affected, but first tornado warning over Bloomfield, Iowa. Hopefully everyone in Bloomfield is okay. Hopefully everyone in Pulaski is taking cover. This storm looks to be moving slightly this way. So this town, I don't want to butcher this name, but if you're east of Bloomfield, I definitely start to take shelter, because there could be a tornado associated with this storm. I still don't understand why they aren't issuing a severe thunderstorm warning with it. I definitely would have a severe thunderstorm warning issued. As you can see, pretty intensified thunderstorm right now. So trying to look ahead. Some showers ahead of it. This might be a help factor in diminishing these storms' potential for tornado activity. And if you also look at this one, this storm that's over Hillsboro, Iowa, and Salem, Iowa, that's kind of out ahead of the tornado warning storm. It could knock away some ingredients and weaken this storm. But this storm could also eat up all the ingredients ahead of it, and then that could force some issues. And it looks like we might start to see a line potentially developing here, a set of individual supercells, which also could help diminish a tornado threat. But it also, if there is a bigger tornado threat, then you could see some spin-ups all along the front of the line. This individual supercells, I'm looking over here back over Bloomfield area. So it looks like this rotation's coming up like this. And the rear flank downdraft is coming down like that. Fore flank going this way, rear flank going that way, because winds are moving to the north, are moving from the south to the north. And the storm is moving east, so you're definitely getting some spin up over there. Again, don't understand why there's no severe storm warning issued, but that could just be them. I see a interesting hail core. If I go back to high definition, okay, so we don't really see the hail core in high definition, but we do see a better look at a potential area where there's the rotation, like I said, over Bloomfield. So Bloomfield, people, I hope you guys are staying safe. I don't know if there is a 20 on the ground. Okay, so the warning has been updated. It's been pushed over Pulaski now. Remember, this is in effect until 7:45 p.m. Quarter size hail is now a factor, and hazard radar indicated rotation. Looks like what's good about this is this statement right here saying the tornadic thunderstorm remain over mainly rural areas of southeastern Davis County, including Pulaski. So that's a good thing. Let's take a look back at the velocity and see if we got anything interesting to look on this map. Let's pause it to max. So it's tough to tell. Definitely have some slight rotation over Bloomfield about 5 minutes ago, which is probably now over here, just north of Pulaski. Correlation coefficient, again, it would be very easy to tell. Like, if you look at this, but just have one like blob of blue or light blue, but just one blob and nothing, and just red around it, then yeah, that tells me that there's a tornado on the ground. But right now, I don't think there's a tornado on the ground. See, the echo tops is weakening, so as I said, and also as it approaches the river, it could cause weakening. So that's a good thing. These storms, although the radar is not catching up to them, once they cross the river and get closer to Lincoln, Illinois radar, then that might be good to tell. But it's starting to get out of range of the Des Moines, Iowa radar for advanced products to use. So it's more of a guess and check type of thing. You see it on Classic, it has a pretty significant hail core, but it just has quarter-inch hail, so you can't really rely on that. If we go back to high definition, really can't see a hail core, but you could definitely see the area where there's potential rotation, which is right. It's just southeast of Bloomfield. Looks like it'll potentially miss Pulaski to the north as of right now. Looking ahead at these other storms, kind of breaking down these. So these storms are trying to intensify, but they're getting close to the river, and they're probably going to intensify as they cross over the river into Illinois. So there's more energy, and the system that happened overnight did not really affect much of the energy because it was weak. System was weak. So there's definitely going to be enough energy to potentially produce a couple dangerous supercells when it looks like we already have one, like I said. Tornado warning still in effect. Pulaski, you're under the warning right now. I definitely take cover as this storm looks to potentially have shifted more towards the southeast. So the rotation area is probably going to go right over Pulaski, kind of across this main road that goes from Bloomfield to Pulaski to Milton to Cantrell. Definitely take cover. This is a dangerous storm, nothing you don't want to mess around with. Uh, Trying to see. I don't have any updated warnings. Which I wouldn't be surprised if those storms, once they cross the river, they start to really fire up. Let's go back to Classic. So I don't trust the Classic radar now because it's not giving me a great view. So I'm going to be using high definition radar and along with the products. But yeah, there's definitely some rotation that's bumping up in a notch right here. So let's see here. Probably going to get another radar update here soon. I think I'm going to take a break right now. So I'll make sure that I'll make sure to come back here in a couple of minutes. But I'll keep the stream running. I'll keep the radar running just to make sure I can rest my voice. So yeah, take a break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Alrighty, I know I said I was going to take a 5 minute break, but I just realized there was another tornado warning issued, so kind of want to take a look at that. Okay. So we got an updated tornado warning. Looks like Milton, Cantrell. I'm going to try and say this, Keosauqua. Hopefully, I probably butchered that badly, but I need to take a look at this one. I don't know if it's an extension or it's a new tornado warning. See, you still have that tight notch in there. Bolton ES requested tornado warning for the Quad Cities of Iowa and Illinois. National Weather Service issued this one. National Weather Service in Quad Cities issued it. So it's a new tornado warning for southern Van Buren County and southeastern Iowa, northeastern Scotland County and northeastern Missouri, northwestern Clark County and northeastern Missouri until 8 p.m. So we have one until 8 p.m. 7:18 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Pulaski, 8 miles east of Bloomfield. We were just talking about that, moving east at 30 miles per hour. This is what I was worried about: hazard tornado and golf ball size hail. So the hail is already up to where SPC has it. They had a significant hail size, of potentially at the smallest, a golf ball size hail. Radar indicated rotation. So, and this dangerous storm will be near Milton around 7:30 and Lebanon around 7:35, which is about 5 minutes from Milton and about 10 minutes from Lebanon at this current time. Other locations on the path include Cantrell, Lake Shugama Campground, Lacey Keosauqua State Park, Van Buren County Fairgrounds, Keosauqua Airport, Mount Sterling, Benton Sport / Vernon, and Helt Memorial Conservation Area. Definitely take cover if you're in these areas. Looks like we got some extension of the Anvil Cloud all the way over here, and really Anvil Cloud's probably reaching well beyond this region. But definitely, now you can't really see that much of a tight notch. See if this tornado warning there's any updates on it. So it still says quarter size hail, but we're starting to see a hail core start to develop on the radar, on high resolution radar, which takes quite a bit. It's moving at 35 miles per hour southeast, so it's making this way towards the river. Other storms on the radar right now looks to be dying, like I said, out. Looks to be dying out near the river. So that could be the best thing for the storm, for safety reasons. Overall, this storm could be pretty serious, a serious storm. Let's see if I can get a velocity reading on here that I like. Is there no Quad Cities radar on here? Wow. We don't got a Quad Cities reading. I don't think Davenport's will reach all the way down here. No, it's not good enough resolution. Okay. That's interesting to know. Lincoln's won't, most likely. No. Okay. So, wow, I'm surprised. Hold on, I'm looking at it. I gotta do some research. Yeah. So this is a pretty bad area for radar. Okay, so this is definitely one of those situations where you gotta pretty much issue a precaution just in case. Let's go back to Des Moines. See if Des Moines gives me a good reading. Really tough to tell. And it's really not an updated one either. This is about 6 minutes ago. But it's probably over Keosauqua now. Cantrell, definitely, it's probably near you right now. Definitely take cover if you're in the path of the storm. Let me go back to high definition radar. So on the high definition radar, it's kind of has this weird function with like a bird wing extension right here. It's kind of my own term that I have made up in the past, of like where you have the base of the storm and then you have a bird wing extending out, just anything extending out away from the tornado warned storm, which could be an issue for people driving this way. This cuts off your area of sight, and if this rotation is coming here, you're probably not going to be able to see it until it's right on top of you. This is definitely one of those HP supercells. You can see these storms are now past the river, are starting to intensify again, and these little showers have not really developed, and they're starting to hit the Illinois River. So don't really think once we get on this side of the river, uh, we might see some explosion or we won't. It's one of the two. We're either going to see some explosion of action or not. And really, I don't know if there's anything else that might develop because this is a pretty significant storm. This is eating up all the energy that's around this area. Because this storm has pretty much died out. And it formed pretty much at the same time, but as this storm shifted south, it's been starting eating up the energy. And actually, I looked on COD's radar, it had a lot more CAPE, or convective available potential energy, over this area than up north. So it's definitely one of those cases where it's hitting in that way. We're about to get an updated radar outlook pretty soon here, I'd imagine, up to 725. So we're going to be about 5 minutes behind on this radar update, and then that'll increase it 10 minutes behind afterwards. Okay. Not seeing any other warnings right now over our area that I'm targeting. We got some development southwest of Davenport. Some potential explosion here. Gonna keep an eye on this storm near Preemption, Illinois, south of Davenport. That's not the Illinois River. I don't know why I said that was the Illinois River. No, this is the Illinois River. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna keep doing my stuff. So, still haven't had an update yet. Right now, I think Keosauqua is gonna get lucky as we see the storm start to shift just south of Keosauqua. Right now, Farmington, I definitely start to take cover. We could see an extension of this tornado warning. It looks like it has lost its hail potential, which, if you're looking at that, that could be a sign of the storm weakening, and that would be the best case scenario for the public, for a weakening storm. But as we shift further north, we could see some development starting to turn up here. Morning sun, Iowa. You're getting affected by a storm that's intensifying pretty rapidly in the last 10 to 15 minutes. Keithsburg, you're in that path. Right now, I don't see anything other than a tornado warning storm, which was tornado warned about a half hour ago now. So, yeah. And like I said, as this moves east, southeast, this entire system, I'm also going to pay attention to this up here by Cedar Rapids. I don't think that's going to do much, but I always got to pay attention to the surrounding weather, not just one singular tornado warning storm. Especially since I think it's starting to weaken. Looks like we still have not hit our 725 radar update yet. Tornado warning, the initial one. Let's see here. That's expiring at 7:45, so that's expiring in about 13 minutes. The new one, looks like it's expiring at 8 o'clock, I think. Yeah, so that still has about a half hour left on it, and it looks like we got our 725 radar update. I wish I could pause it. I don't know how to pause it. Okay. Well, I guess it's not going to happen. I'm going to pause it. Are we not going to pause it? How do I pause it? Oh my gosh. Save view, save view, save view. Okay, so it looks like they canceled the initial tornado warning that included Pulaski, which is good. That means they're I'm assuming there's no tornado on the ground because they probably would have had that continuing as the storm continued. And it looks like we're seeing a bit of a slowdown in this storm, which could potentially bring flooding. That bird wing extension is starting to break apart, so this storm might be losing its energy as it approaches the river, as we have seen multiple of these storms do, and then start to fire up back off the river. But looks like there's not enough, especially in this area, of convective available potential energy to extremely fire them up. But I'm still keeping an eye on this cell up here. That's by preemption, Illinois, or in Illinois, Cambridge, Illinois is well east of it. So definitely making sure nothing happens there. But right now, my main focus is for the tornado warning storm. Keosauqua is still in a tornado warning. This tornado warning is going until 8 p.m. Right now, no confirmation of tornadoes that I've seen. We're going to get into a situation here soon where we're going to get a better radar when we get over in this region. Yeah, Macomb, Illinois, that was an area where they had a lot of potential dangerous effects coming upon them. But right now, it's too tough to tell with this. So yeah, really tough to tell tornado-wise if there's any extreme rotation because of the limited radar availability in this area. Davenport might be able to get a better one for Davenport. It's not really good. Go up in the atmosphere and see. No, really not. Really nothing. Correlation coefficient. We have a couple tiny spots that might be an issue. Nothing jumping out at me saying, hey, there's a tornado on the ground right now. So, reflectivity, let's see what this says. Yeah, it's lost its hail core, its main hail core, which just looked like it was dropping about golf ball size hail. So, this storm is definitely weakening right now. That doesn't mean that it can't strengthen. I'm not seeing an echo tops. Let's take a look at this. Biggest echo top is southeast of Cantrell, which is probably where the anvil cloud is really potentially getting almost overshooting tops regions. So the storm is definitely weakening. Now, doesn't mean that there isn't a tornado threat still, like I said, but this could be a good case right now for everyone in this path of the storm. Up here in Illinois, now we do have some pretty increasing activity. See up here by Cedar Rapids, and definitely intensifying thunderstorm east of the river in Illinois now, directly southwest of Davenport. So definitely got something potentially developing here. Still no severe thunderstorm warning, I don't think. I could pull up the warrant watches and see if we have any severe thunderstorm watch issued. No tornado, or just a tornado watch. And we have an aerial flood watch too over here, so that's also another area of concern. Let's turn off those watches. Okay, here we go. Let's turn off those watches again. We get a clear view of the radar without anything blocking anything. Alright, this doesn't really do anything. Hurricanes, if you want to see a hurricane, could zoom out. I'm not going to go over much of this, but there is Hurricane Fiona. See, it's impacting the Dominican Republic right now. And San Juan. So this is Fiona. See, potentially could reach Category 3. Oh, yeah, but let's go back to our main area of concern. So yeah, Right now, these little cells right here can potentially increase as they cross this little river. That's and then over here, not really seeing anything. Yeah, besides the tornado warning, which I think will be canceled not too long. There could be still rotation there. Unsure. Not sure. Okay. Every so often I'm gonna go silent and my voice at rest. But yeah, not seeing anything besides the one tornado warning, which is very interesting to see what's gonna happen. Now we got a little bit of a formation this way. Okay, so this is the new update, 7:30 update. That is very interesting. What does this do? No, I don't want to do that. No. No, this doesn't work because this pulls up videos, which I don't want. I need to find the thing that pauses the radar. I don't know what does that. Okay, I don't want to do that. There's a current forecast for Washington, Iowa. Great. Save view. Nope, cancel that. Amateur forecaster here. Amateur forecaster. This isn't even forecast. This is something else. Um, I don't understand what I can do to stop the recording. Yeah, I know it's a convective outlook. Not the recording, the radar, because I want to stop the the radar. Looks like I have to do it on the different layers. Okay, so let's go back to this station. This is current velocity, or not current velocity, it's about 6 minutes ago velocity. Which station is it hitting? So this is hitting the Davenport station. We're still far away from the Lincoln station. Really get a good reading on it. I could try it. It's not terrible, but Davenport is probably a little bit better terms. But again, it's really tough to tell. We do have some rotation right here in between Milton and Cantrell. Again, this is 7 minutes ago, so that rotation has probably moved east of Cantrell and probably hitting this north-south and east-west road fork right here. It also doesn't look like the lightning is probably not accurate, but it also doesn't look like there's a ton of lightning. But then again, it is nighttime, and when it gets nighttime, it makes velocity readings tough to read. Correlation coefficient. Again, I don't really see anything that tells me there's a tornado on the ground. It's probably a low-hanging wall cloud with plenty of weak rotation that's heading back to the radars. That's the cause for the tornado warning. But we have about 18 minutes left on this current tornado warning. We'll see if that gets extended or if that gets canceled. If that gets canceled, then that'll be good, and we could probably turn our focus to Illinois storms, but I still want to make sure that this storm doesn't really impact too many people. Again, this is the area of rotation. Let me pause it. At least I can pause this view. Okay. This is the area. Oh, I guess I can't. I tried to pause it. Okay. Pause, please. Thank you. This is the area that I'm talking about. It looks like they shifted the box over. I think. Maybe they didn't. They did. Something definitely changed with the box. I think. It didn't look like that before. No, it didn't, because I'm looking at my past stream. Milton was included. So Milton, you are out of the tornado threat. Cantrell is still included in it, but like I said, this rotation has probably moved off past Cantrell. So Cantrell, right now you're probably in the clear. Again, it's nighttime outside, so it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be really tough for everyone to see. Definitely, if anyone is night chasing out there, I strongly recommend against it, especially near the river. I would definitely strongly recommend against it because this storm is following a path towards Fort Madison, Iowa, towards the river. And you don't want to be trying to cross the river with a tornado on the road right behind you and other people during potential traffic. So that's a bad area. Would be a bad idea. Let's go back to our high definition radar. So, anything else? Looks like that storm up in Illinois that I've been paying attention to is starting to weaken. Actually, it looks like it's keeping strength. It's just starting to essentially split off. We do have some new development over here. It looks like this came off. Yeah, this came off of the tornado warning storm, and it's starting to develop over east of, or in between Iowa and Fairfield, Iowa, kind of going north. So interesting storm movements for multiple storms. Got this little system right here that's pretty much dissipated. Hasn't really done anything. This system is trying. Remember, as you can see, it looks like it dies down, then it hits the river and starts to increase back up. And that's what I expect to potentially happen for this storm. But as we continue on, I wonder if I could look at the storm path. I don't know. So we have some little areas of notches in here, but then again, like I said, this radar is hasn't been updated for 11 minutes now, so be very curious to see the updated look of this storm. And that's the unfortunate thing with radar. But I definitely expect either this tornado warning either be canceled or an extremely small box to form, or an extension of the tornado warning. But still, I definitely take cover if you're in Bonaparte or Bonaparte. I don't know how they say it. Bonaparte, Iowa, and Farmington, Iowa, just in case. And you can see, you got a significant road here, 218. My guess is because the storm is moving east and you got winds coming up from the south, that's definitely creating some weak rotation. Now, wall cloud wise, I can't tell, but if there's a tornado warning, then there is definitely something that they see, the National Weather Service sees. Now, like I said, I don't have a good, or that this is kind of a blank area for radars. If it was east of the river or somewhere over here near the Lincoln, Illinois area, then yes, I would definitely be able to see it, but see more rotation. You can see this is a pretty cool little notch right here. So bird wing starting to develop again. Almost looking like a chicken wing arm right there. It's pretty interesting to see. But yeah, this storm definitely is weakened from what I've seen. Remember earlier there's a hail, pretty significant hail core that we saw. So that's one thing. So I've not gone on our 740 radar. Can't really say anything else until we get a new update on the radar. But just make sure whoever is in this path is taking cover. Like I said, as nighttime happens, it's going to be a struggle for velocity readings to pick up a lot, which could be a struggle in forecast and issuing tornado warnings. So definitely, if you're in the path of the storm, even if the tornado warning gets canceled, which 8 p.m. is when this tornado warning is expected to cancel. I definitely pay attention if you're in Donaldson, Iowa. Now, taking it back out right now, Cedar Rapids is getting hit by something. So we have our new updated radar. It looks like these storms are kind of trying to intensify, but at the same time, they're not being able to intensify. Got this little cell here in between Ottawa and Fairfield, Iowa. Again, this tornado warning is still active currently, and Bonaparte, however you say it. Okay, now once again, no, this is about 10 minutes behind this radar, so you're probably looking at the storm to be right around here. So Bonaparte, I'd definitely be taking cover if I was you right now. I don't know exactly what the storm rotation is looking like right now. Again, 8 p.m. is when the tornado warning is expiring. Looks like the radar is picking up less rain signature, or less heavy rain signature, which could mean that two things: the storm is weakening, or the radar is not able to pick up everything, which is also a possibility, and that could be an issue. Rotation wise, I don't see anything currently. Then again, like I said, it's really tough to tell. Okay, I swear I paused it. I'm gonna have to get used to this. Okay. Jeez. My guess would be right here is where the rotation was last at. Now, this is about 6 minutes ago. So I'd assume it'd be about around this road area right here. It's a quick update to the next. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely decreasing in intensity. So right now, other than that storm, I don't see anything. Now, Cedar Rapids, this storm up here, I'm definitely going to pay attention to as well. But this tornado warning started about 50 minutes ago. 7 p.m. was, I believe 7 p.m. was when I noticed it on radar. So, yeah. Definitely expect as the nighttime rolls on, though, to be a increase in potential activity. So, I definitely be careful if you're out in that area. Okay, so they canceled the tornado warning. I was expecting that. Looks like they canceled that tornado warning. So, we are free of tornado warnings in this area right here. I was expecting that sometime soon. You could tell the storm's weakening. But I'd still pay attention, and until the storm completely passes, I'd still be in a safe room or something, just in case, because never know. It's a harder time for National Weather Service, local forecast offices to forecast something. You still have a tornado watch until midnight tonight, so that is still an issue. Um, I'm probably going to be streaming here for a little bit longer, just to see what these storms do. Right now, you can see no tornado warnings in effect. We had one. We are kind of following it throughout its entire life. Got an enhanced outlook over most majority of southeastern Iowa, far northeastern Missouri, a good chunk of western Illinois. You have a slight risk for quite a bit more people in a marginal risk throughout pretty much the entire state of Illinois, Indiana, uh, about half of Iowa, and about a sliver of Missouri. But yeah, that's good. Tornado warning is canceled for this cell right here. We followed it when it was back here by Bloomford. So in about an hour, it's covered a decent amount of ground. Like I said, this storm up here, I'm just keeping a close eye on because it's been kicking off some intensity. And then Cedar Rapids, this storm up here, I'm definitely making sure nothing happens, just in case. But we're gonna keep it on a broad lookout here, and we will see what happens. But for now, I'm gonna keep the stream running. But I'm probably gonna take a couple-minute break to just relax. On the side, I'll still pay attention to the radar to make sure nothing happens. But yeah, I'll probably be taking a quick break. I do have chat pulled up on a different system, so if you have any questions, go ahead and chime them in on the chat, and I'll look at it and I'll answer it as soon as I can, which will probably be instantly. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break, about a five. I'll actually take about a 5-minute break since there's no tornado warnings out currently. Watch when I walk away, there's probably going to be a tornado warning issued, which is very possible, especially for that cell by Cedar Rapids and this cell right here. It's starting to intensify. But yeah, take a quick break. I'll be back around 8 o'clock, and we'll see what the storms are doing right now. Okay, I'm back from my quick break. Looks like we have a severe thunderstorm warning right now for that Cedar Rapids cell, or actually south of Cedar Rapids, near Iowa City. Oop. I'm messing up everything over here. Alrighty, so yeah, definitely a severe thunderstorm warning. This tornado warning storm is like dead at this point, so that's good. If you're in this area, you should be fine now to do whatever you want. But take a look at this cell now. We're going to be shifting our focus up here. Take a look at this severe thunderstorm warning. Unit broadcast requested severe thunderstorm warning. National Weather Service in the Quad Cities issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Johnson County and east central Iowa. This is going until 8:30 p.m., 7:55 p.m. Severe thunderstorm is located over Sioux Falls. What? I don't know. 11 miles south of Cedar Rapids. Okay, I need to be better at reading these. Has a quarter size hail, so decent size hail. That's enough hail to potentially make an issue for pain. Radar indicated damage to vehicles is expected. This looks like to be a hail threat. Thunderstorm will be near Coralville, North Liberty around 8 p.m. That happened 2 minutes ago, so if you're in that area, here's North Liberty. And yeah, you're probably getting affected right now. Sandy Beach Campground at Twin View Heights around 8:05. Solon Lake McBride State Park, Sugar Bottom Campground, Coralville Lake Dam Complex, and West Overlook around 8:10 p.m. Iowa City and Newport around 8:15 p.m. Morrison, Elmira around 8:20 p.m. Sutliff and Oasis around 8:25 p.m. Other locations: Newport, Elmira, Morse, FW Kent Park, Sugar Bottom Campground, Cedar Falls, West Overlook, Twin View Heights, Sandy Beach Campground, and Oasis. Tornado watch does remain in effect for Iowa. This is until midnight, so careful. This is a pretty intense storm or group of storms, if you want to look at it like that. I believe it's just one supercell. So yeah. It's like this cell over here west of Kewanee, Illinois, are starting to intensify again. Okay. So this storm might be severe warned soon. Like I said, as they are moving east of the river, they start to really hit overdrive. I'm still paying attention about that storm up near North Liberty. Can't really tell. I don't think there's any velocity products. We have a Davenport station. Or we are using Davenport station. Okay. Can I pause this, please? No, pause. Stop. Okay. So we have a tiny bit right here. Although not enough really to issue a tornado warning. So nothing right now. But you can tell this storm is trying to wrap something around. It's trying to, but I don't think there's enough energy to be able to wrap a hook echo around. This storm I'm definitely keeping an eye on. This storm near Fairfield might develop into something. Then we got some new cells developing on the border of southern Iowa and northern Missouri. So definitely as evening continues to move along, I'd expect us to continue to see storms. We've had one tornado warning that I don't believe dropped any tornadoes. Like I said, it was in an area where couldn't really tell the strength of the rotation. And you really couldn't tell if there's any debris ball. So I don't think, and it was this storm right here. It was issued a tornado warning around Bloomfield and just continued this way. It's kind of now trying to stay a stationary storm at this point, which could drop some flooding issues, but definitely be aware that that these storms are developing pretty fast, and as they approach the river, they start to weaken, and then as evident from this storm, as soon as it passes the river and gets back in the unstable air, it just fires up. But overall, I don't see anything else on the map. We've had a tornado warning, a severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado watch is issued around the majority of this area until midnight. So I'm not going to be streaming until midnight, but I'm going to stream and see if we get into how many tornado warnings we can get in one stream. We've got one. See if we can get any more. Okay, looks like we have a second severe thunderstorm warning. It's like here, try and zoom in. Mechanicsville, Starwood, Clarence. Let's click on the warning. What cities is a bit active tonight? 808 for northern Cedar County and east central Iowa, northeastern Johnson County and east central Iowa, southeastern Lynn County and east central Iowa. This is until 9 p.m. Severe thunderstorm warning was located over Mechanicsville, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Quarter size hail still is associated with this part of the storm up here. So it looks like we have two separate warnings, and you might see a merge. Actually, no. This southern part looks to be heading south, but it looks like this entire cell is uh, combined into one. This one might be trying to break south. Uh, Overall, it's about the same effects. Make sure you get to the lowest room of your house for this. Um, yeah, so two severe thunderstorm warnings. You had one on tornado warning earlier, which is now this storm. This used to be a tornado warning storm. That area where that tornado warning storm passed through is now getting a second cell, and that's where. And looks like we're getting some action down here. A couple severe thunderstorm warnings up here, associated with this little line. This cell I've been keeping an eye on. It's starting to develop south. Galesburg is going to get a little rain, maybe a little bit of thunder. So definitely pay attention if you're living in these areas. If you are not, or if you are not living in these areas but know someone who lives in there, make sure you alert them. Hey, it could have potential for severe weather. So just be ready for any issues. Once again, so we had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings just north of Iowa City and near Tipton, south and southeast of Cedar Rapids. Keeping an eye on, I was keeping an eye on those storms. Also keeping an eye on the storm west of Kewanee, Illinois. We could potentially see some some severe warnings for that. I want to scroll in. I want to see if we can get a velocity reading for this, just in case. 1 second. Stop. Okay. So this this seems like something right here. There's also an area a little bit right here by North Liberty. If you remember on the actual radar, that this southern storm is trying to wrap around a hook. It's been trying to for the past about 15 minutes, and it's been unable to do that. This is pretty interesting to see. I don't think this is a big area of rotation. I think this is just a big area of winds coming out and coming in. Rotation wise, maybe something around here, but I don't. That's a giant blob of outflow winds and inflow winds. That it's really tough to tell. And you still have something right here near North Liberty. Little notch potential rotation coming around us. The forward flank downdraft is trying to make its way in, and the rear flank, forward and the RFD is trying to make its way around. So definitely got to pay attention to that. I don't think we're going to see any tornado warnings right now. As you can see, it's trying to do something here near North Liberty. It's trying to do something. And if you can see right here, I don't know if that's like an actual tornado, hook echo that's forming, but that's definitely something they'll take a look at. And the National Weather Service definitely will take a look at that and see what's going on. Because that looks actually pretty significant on high reflectivity. Really significant. This is the same thing. Tornado wise, I don't know. I can't issue a tornado warning. Would I? A normal person who's just getting into meteorology definitely will see that. Hey, that's a hook echo. You got to issue a tornado warning for that. Now there is a big ball of a blob of. I don't know if it's rotation, but it's something. Same thing right here. This is trying to wrap its way around. And if it does fully wrap its way around, then I would definitely issue a tornado warning because that means it's really intensifying. And same thing with this storm up here. It's trying. It's doing something that would concern me. That's concerning me right now because I don't know what it's trying to do. And these storms are really firing up, and it's really concerning me because if this is developing into a nice hook echo, we could see a dangerous tornado form out of this storm. Same thing with this storm near North Liberty. So I'd really pay attention to this if I was anyone in the path of the storm. I would definitely take cover in case something happens because this is very rare. I've rarely seen this. I have rarely seen this, and I'm trying to pull it up on a different radar on my phone to see if it looks similar or not. So I definitely want to see if I'm seeing things correctly. Now, if we do get a tornado warning, I wouldn't be surprised, but it's also tough to tell. You can't tell exactly just by looking at potential hook echo. You gotta look at velocity. Let me look at echo tops real quick. Something's there, I feel like. I feel like something's here. I definitely feel like there's a wall cloud or something right now. I feel like there's something getting ready to drop out of this storm. This storm near Liberty, I also think it's trying, but it's not as advanced in its stages as to this one. This one is definitely trying to do something, in my opinion. It is a pretty fascinating sight to see two potential hook echoes next to each other. Correlation coefficient, I don't see anything. You have something up here that's pretty interesting. Might be heavy wind damage, because that's generally what a tornado debris ball would look like. But I don't think that's an actual tornado. But yeah, I definitely pay attention if you're in this way. Echo tops stronger in this storm, so so this is the more intense storm, and I figure that considering there is a big ball of potential rotation. Now, to me, this is probably a rotating wall cloud right now. This entire area is probably either a rotating wall cloud or a base trying to form. So I definitely pay attention. If Cedar Rapids is looking at this, they'll definitely see that and be concerned, and I would too, because that is not something you see every day. All right, looks like it's weakening, but and you can see this action might actually be good for people. This storm is starting to block out this inflow right here. So this north storm might actually weaken now. Excuse me. This south storm is kind of weakening. So oh okay. I gotta pay attention. I gotta be a better forecaster. Okay, we got two new severe thunderstorm warnings. Like I said, I wanted to keep an eye on this storm as well. For the Kiwani storm, let's take a look at this warning quickly. This was issued by the Quad Cities as well. Wind is 40 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. So this looks to be a wind and hail threat. It's also trying to do something at the back edge of it. Definitely take cover if you're in this area. Do not be outside when the storm is coming through. We also have this for Missouri. Quad Cities, I'm assuming, has this one. No, Kansas City and Pleasant Hill, Missouri has this warning. Pleasant Hill. Wind is 40 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter size hail. Same thing. Remember, a tornado watch is in effect for this pretty much the entirety of these storms. And it looks like they're going to increase. And looks like we got something developing here. That tornado warning storm is dying out, but it could re-engage as it crosses over this river. Over the river. But yeah, it's pretty interesting reflectivity on radar to see that giant ball of a hawk. You got something trying to develop here, and you got something trying to develop here. This storm might got some info coming in up here. Like I said, you're getting north winds as the storm's moving southeast. That's going to create some rotation if the storm is strong enough. So definitely something to take a look at. But as of right now, I'm gonna take a quick minute break and come back. Yeah, 8:25, so 2 minutes. Alrighty, I'm back. Looks like we have another not a tornado, another severe thunderstorm warning issued. Looks like it's one to fill in this little area that was not filled in. The storm for SEO and Bradford, Illinois. So Lincoln has this severe thunderstorm warning, moving east at 55 miles per hour. So this is a fast-moving storm, which is mainly going to bring gusts and quarter-size hail. So it looks like it might be getting in that time where hail and wind is going to be a big threat. I don't see any tornado warnings up here. No. Still got that weird formation back here that's trying to do something, but I don't think anything is going on. In fact, I could take a look at velocity and see what's going on with everything. Here, you got something right here trying to develop. Okay, let's pause this. Okay. You got something here or some rotation again. That's where another potential hooks, almost a hook look like. Looks like we have a canceled severe thunderstorm warning for that southern storm up here. But this storm, again, you're still getting some some weak rotation, but it's pretty good to see on radar. You're getting, can't really see. It is weakening though, so that's a good thing. But yeah, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. This severe storm. It looks like these are converging, which is going to kill this rotation, in my opinion. So I don't think we're going to see anything else with that tornado wise. Which there wasn't a tornado warning, but there's always that potential. This storm in Missouri, it's looking like it's intensifying pretty rapidly. Now we're getting in that time frame where tornado threat might not be as large, but the hail threat and the wind threat is going to be a huge issue. And even though there's a huge tornado threat, we've only had one tornado warning issued. So right now it's going all right, but always got to make sure. And I'll take a look at the velocity for this storm just to take a peek at it. There has to be a better radar station than Davenport's one. Please tell me there's a better radar station. Wow. There isn't. Okay. Well, that's interesting to see. That doesn't even reach out. Okay. Let's go back to Davenport. So really can't tell rotation wise for that storm. Let's go back to high definition. You also got this storm up here near west of Vinton, Iowa. That could get severe warn. Right now I'm counting this as one warning because this is pretty much just a fill in this area. I guess you can count it as two warnings, but I'm looking at 4 warnings right now. In our forecast area, I don't think this storm is gonna have any rotation. It's trying to. So there's a circle right over Tipton. Interesting. Might want to take a look at that. Yeah, so this rotation, which seems strong, is gradually weakening as the storm passes, and that's because the southern storm is kind of extended ahead of the northern storm, which has caused it to weaken. So looks like we're going to see a weakening of this. Now this severe thunderstorm warning is active until 9 o'clock, I think. It doesn't say. Oh, 9 o'clock. Got these severe thunderstorm warnings. If you guys remember, and actually I can pull it up. put away from the radar and watch it be a massive tornado warning. Here, I don't know if they updated it. It's tough, but the area where storms are developing are pretty much in the area where the SPC has it. We're getting some east, and that's possible. Tornado risk. Okay, so they took away the significant tornado risk and a 10% tornado risk. So that is good. Um, Looks like we're gonna kind of get away from any potential tornado outbreaks as of right now. We've only had one tornado warning, which I don't believe dropped a tornado. Again, I couldn't rewind the stream a bit. I couldn't see exactly because it was in an area kind of where there was no radar. There was no radar that was strong enough to reach it. Wind, they got rid of that significant area, and hail. Hail is still a big issue. So definitely hail. I'd expect every storm that gets severe one to have at least quarter size hail. So about an inch in diameter. Uh, yeah, it looks like the tornado threat is diminishing, the wind threat is diminishing, but the hail threat is staying significant. And I believe, I don't know. Take a look at here. Alright, that was a tornado warning. Let's go back. I want to try and see. I gotta find the right one to give me a good reflectivity. Okay, so this is okay. So there's a potential for development into the overnight hours. So definitely make sure that you have an alarm or a warning that could wake you up, a warning sound that could wake you up, especially for this area right here, Central Illinois, Northwest Indiana, where I'm at. I could see some action up in Northern Illinois. Kind of like yesterday, and as the storm moves east, the early morning hours, some people might be waking up, and that kind of just ends it. Then we might have another wave of storms coming in. So yeah, it looks like a potential line coming on Tuesday. I was looking at that earlier today. Let's get back to the radar. Anything else? No. Oh, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warnings actually for Memphis, Missouri. I can't visibly tell any hail core on there, but Quad City's got this one. Interesting. Van Buren in southeastern Iowa, northeastern Missouri, Scotland, and western Clark County in northeastern Missouri. Quarter size hail, which is about an inch in diameter, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So it looks like we're starting to hit a hail risk now with these storms. So definitely, if you're outside, be careful because that's probably going to be your main risk to be watching out for now. But the tornado watch is still has 3.5-ish hours on it left. So they're still could get a tornado warning storm here. We do have more cells developing back here, but I don't think we're going to see anything. That cell. This cell is continuously moving east. So Peru, Oglesby. I think they'll get missed here, but this will move over this. Looking Joliet, I don't think. I think anything. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. What is going on? Getting away with that. Amateur forecaster. Jeez. Stop. Oh my gosh. Whatever. So, Joliet, you're looking right now. Looking good. You're looking good for not getting hit. Jeez, this southern storm is still trying to develop a hook. They reissued a severe thunderstorm warning for it. E34s. Oh, this was issued right away. This was issued a minute ago. Southern Cedar County and East Central Johnson County and East Central Iowa till 9 p.m. So not too long of a warning. Looking at about 25 more minutes left on that. $50 size hail, so that's a little bit bigger than an inch. Radar indicated damage vehicles is expected. Bennett, Durant, Sunbury, and Bennett Park are in the path of the storm. You see Bennett Park right there. It'd be tough for the forecasting offices to really judge what this storm does, especially if these merge. So right now we have, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6. This one. No, I think that's just the same one. So we're looking at 5 to 6 severe thunderstorm warnings on at the same time. Again, it's looking like a hail and wind threat at this time. The tornado threat has gone down to 5%, as it was on the day 2 outlook yesterday. So this SBC, meteorologists actually all around get paid to be wrong. So, and if this is a good thing to be wrong for now. Remember, still plenty of time for action. And to me, they issued that because of the potential. Even if the system disrupted a lot, there was that huge potential for severe weather. And if that system yesterday was not a thing, we could have a tornado outbreak right now. But right now, I don't see anything looking good on radar. Just have three separate blotches of severe weather. You know, some outbreaks you would have one like right here, then right here, down here, all over the place, and too many warnings to really look at. Right now, I just seen some warnings here. It's like the Bermuda Triangle of warnings, so looking pretty good right now. But yeah, the best bet would be that I think the tornado threat is not over, but it's diminished quite a bit. When I first saw that tornado warning about an hour and a half-ish ago, so we got a new update on the radar. Doesn't look like much change for concern. But 7 o'clock is when the first tornado warning was issued. And that was near Bloomfield, and it kind of just rolled east over here and then kind of just died out, which is this little dot right here now. Here it was, this storm right here, just dropped or it didn't drop a tornado, I don't think, but it had a tornado warning with it. Not seeing anything that concerns me tornado-wise. These storms will probably get an updated warning if they need it. This storm, okay, so I'm seeing something that intrigues me. Something right here. So now you're starting to get some rotation this way, it looks like. Which looks like there's trying to develop something in this little bulge right here by Elmira, Illinois. So let's take a look at the velocity. Now, I'm not actually seeing anything. That's just a jump from me. Yeah, not seeing anything. Again, this is using Davenport's radar. Hold on, where's that? That's too far. K-Lot might be too far. Oh yeah, that's way too far. Lincoln? Not terrible. Not that much high resolution though. So really tough to tell. Again with the radar location, but might be trying to do something here with those winds coming up and into the storms. There is definite inflow by that the split right there. Whether or not there's outflow and enough to create potential rotation, This storm is also heading into the slight risk area, not the enhanced risk area. So we'll see what happens with that, with all these storms as they move out of the extremely favorable conditions. You can see stuff ahead of it that's kind of not done anything. I'm still paying attention to this storm by Memphis. Not really seeing anything. Might be something rotational wise, but don't see anything that really catch my eye. Again, these storms will weaken as they approach the river a little bit, and then as they get a little bit east of the river, then they'll start to blow up. See, this one was about here and then it died out completely. Not completely. There's a little pixel of kind of like that on, kind of like that about right here by Muscatine, and then it just all of a sudden just blew up, and now you have that. Just kind of giving it an arrow. It's like an arrowhead this way, or a crossbow if you want to look at it like that. So pretty interesting formation of that storm right there. Pretty cool to see that formation. But as this storm, I think we're going to see a cancellation of this northern severe thunderstorm, or at least a box, or at least the warning count area to be dwindled down. Again, this is trying to do something. If this northern storm didn't have the southern storm interfering with it, I think it could have actually been our first confirmed tornado storm, because it had a pretty good looking potential hook, but then that southern storm kind of got in its way and it kind of lost its energy in the backside for rotation. South storm, it looks like a dolphin at this point, but it also tried to do something. This storm out west here, east of Greenfield, might try and do something as it comes into the more favorable conditions. But it's very interesting. Very interesting to see what happens as these storms move out of the very favorable conditions. And there's definitely quite a bit of favorable conditions left over after this storm passed for this storm to really blow up. So I wouldn't be surprised more storms to develop, but really increase as they hit east of the river. Like I said, time frame for this area, northern Illinois for Aurora, Wheaton, Bolingbrook, this Chicagoland area. Timing for this for some action will probably be dependent on what these storms do right here, because those storms could develop and do something, and we could see eventually a little bit of a line just blow through this area. Remember, there still is a hail risk or wind risk and a hail risk all throughout this area. So this is not over. This isn't over, and it's evident from the Bermuda Triangle severe thunderstorm warnings. This isn't over, and these storms. It looks like we're not seeing favorable conditions over here by Mount Pleasant, because these storms tried to develop and they've died out pretty quickly. So looking like this area is looking okay. Looks like the energy was sucked out of it from potentially the tornado warning. The tornado warning storm by Bloomfield that made its way east to by Keosauqua. I probably butchered that, but that's okay. Springfield, I definitely pay attention for the overnight hours, and like between 11 p.m. and like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. Definitely pay attention. Same thing with Peoria. As this system moves east, I can try to pull up the fronts and see where our fronts are looking at. Alright, so we got a cold front right here. So this cold front is making its way. This is a cold front that we expected to come hit. It's not a significant cold front because temperatures aren't going to go down, but there's a second wave of storms, or a second wave, a system potentially on Tuesday. And after that, we're going to hit some 60s later on in the week. So I would normally have a weekly weather forecast video, individual video uploaded, but I'm going to stay with the stream here, and every time when I get a chance. It looks like we have a cancellation of a thunderstorm right now. North storm has kind of lost its flow. That south storm has 15 minutes left on it for that severe thunderstorm warning, and this could be very interesting to see if the south storm starts to develop intensity-wise because of that north storm weakening. And I expected that north storm to weaken. I for some reason do not know what this dotted line means. I don't know what it means. I don't know why I can't figure out what it means, but I don't know. I don't know what it means. It is something though, and it's just very weird. But this storm by Kawani got its update like literally right now. Yeah. So it looks like as these storms move east out of this enhanced area, they're starting to lose intensity, which would be good for people outside of that area. Very interesting to see what happens as this system slowly moves east. Like I said, it's going to be an overnight. There's going to be overnight action as well. But I don't know how intense that's going to be. It could be intense, but if these storms break up the instability, then it might not be. Gonna take a quick few minute break. I'll be back 8:50 ish. Unless something develops in the next minute. Okay, we got our second tornado warning. This storm down here by Memphis, Missouri, we have our second tornado warning. Just popped up on radar. Let's take a look at it. Bolton, EAS activated. Quad Cities issued this one. So it's radar indicated rotation, 2 inches in diameter hail. So that was a main threat that we are looking at. So pretty interesting to see. Bible Grove, that's an interesting name for a town. Let's take a look at velocity, see what we're working with here. But again, this is not going to be a good reading. Yeah, this is the unfortunate part about not having a good radar near you. Here, this system. I don't think St. Louis beam is going to reach that far. No. Okay. Des Moines, can you reach that far? Okay, looks like you can. And yep, I could definitely see that area of rotation right here. Let's pause this, please. Okay, let's pause this, please. Thank you. Definitely can see this area of rotation right here as it enters in. There, yeah, definitely something strong there. But a second tornado warning has been issued for Memphis, Missouri, not Tennessee. Looks like that tornado warning is not confirmed. It's just indicated rotation. So there is definitely a blotch in here that is concerning. Right over Downing, but that was 6 minutes ago. So really, Memphis, you're going to be looking at potential strong rotational winds above you guys right now. So definitely take cover. There is currently not a tornado on the ground, but there is a tornado warning. So make sure you're taking cover. Second tornado warning of the evening. First one was just north of it. This first one blew through up here. So this area is definitely getting hit hard with some intense thunderstorms. But tornado warning number 2 has been issued. This entire this is a tornado warning box right here. This is the severe thunderstorm warning box right here. So even if you're not into tornado warning like Luray or Wakanda, I'd definitely be taking cover right now. So tornado warning definitely in effect. You can see definitely something rotational wise right here, and this could be a wall cloud with rotation in it. This could be a massive wedge, which I highly doubt it, because I'm pretty sure it would look like that. We could take a look at not that. Hold on. We could take a look at and see if there's any debris with this. Really tough to tell. Maybe some surfer or some ground clutter causing that. I'll have to look up. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, that doesn't look like anything debris wise, but there is definitely rotation with this storm, so definitely be taking cover right now. Second tornado warning has been issued for Memphis, for the Memphis area. Let's back out. Let's get back to normal radar so we can kind of see what the high definition radar is telling us. Looks like this severe thunderstorm warning is weakening. Oh yeah, we definitely have something forming here. So this is a classic hook echo that we're looking at right now. I believe is this a second tornado warning? Yeah. Maybe not. One of these is a new one. Okay. Tough to tell, but we definitely have something here. So there is definitely extreme rotation happening along this area. It's giving a classic hook echo vibe. This is about 10 minutes ago, so hopefully we can get a new update on this radar to see what this is doing right here. Because there definitely is some rotation. The forward flank downdraft is going in, the rear flank downdraft is going out this way. So there is something in here, and there is no storm out ahead of it over here to disrupt any winds going into it. So this storm could be a tornado warning storm for a while, like the first tornado warning storm that we saw. Just taking a look, making sure there's nothing else. This cluster of storms is not really weakening to say, but it's definitely something happening. And this cold front is making its way. This cold front is now making its way over into Illinois. So we could see a lot more development behind and in front of the cold front. We got some storm develop up here in northern Illinois. So definitely still looking at the Bermuda Triangle of storms, but there is more action behind the cold front and ahead of the cold front that could be a factor. But our main looking at right now is this tornado warning. Definitely something is there, rotation wise. So you can see this is a classic hook echo. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a funnel cloud currently associated with the storm. I don't know if there's a tornado, but there is definitely enough rotation on radar to form a hook echo. And from a safety standpoint, everyone ahead of its path, ahead of the tornado warning, needs to take cover. So Luray, you might be out of the woods, but I still take cover. Waikanda, definitely take cover. Rutledge and Gorin, you're under tornado warning, so you should be taking cover. Bering, I think you're going to be okay, but I'd just prepare for any potential shift in the storm motion. And as this hook if it continues to wrap around, then we could see something. And we have a new severe thunderstorm warning issued for this cell. So this little band of cells here is definitely producing it's definitely intensifying pretty rapidly. So we gotta really pay attention to what's going on. And if this storm does accelerate ahead of this storm, then we could lose this rotation signature. And overall, that would be the best bet that the storm extends. And let's take a look at the speed. And if they're matching speed, then it's not going to matter. It all depends on development out in front of it. It's moving southeast at 35 miles per hour, wind gusts and quarter-size hail, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Take a look at the tornado warning. Let's take a look at that speed. 30 miles per hour. So this storm is moving 5 miles an hour faster. So eventually, if it stays up, it could catch up, but really interesting to see. I'm looking ahead over here. I don't see anything else, but we do have a pretty strong hook. And I don't know if it's strong, but there is a hook developed right now. Our rotation is going into that area, so very interesting to see. Radar-wise, we have not gotten an update on the radar, so it's be very interesting to see what that radar looks like. It would be an 850 radar. It should be updated here soon. Once it updates, then we'll be able to see what that hook is doing. If that hook is intensifying, then I definitely issue a second tornado warning down here. This storm is moving 30 miles per hour, so it's not moving that fast. So if it is dropping a tornado, this tornado could be staying almost stationary, or it could be accelerating along with the storm. This storm, okay, we got an update. Oh boy, we have a huge hail core in here, just west of Memphis. That was almost 10 minutes ago. So Memphis right now could be under hail right now, and now you have a bigger area where there's a potential rotation. So this is tougher to tell, but there's probably something around this area. Again, this is about 10 minutes ago, so this area is shifted down. If you're in Rutledge or Gorin, you have to be taking cover right now. We have a pretty significant hail core developing right now. Velocity, it's not what I want to look at, but it's a good thing that we're not seeing any debris wall signatures, which would be extremely bad. That would basically mean that there's either a tornado on the ground or something else, and you still have that significant area of rotation right here, just east of Downing and just west of Memphis. And again, this is 10 minutes ago, so okay, so that's about this area, and that's very, very interesting to see a break in the reflectivity right here. That is very interesting to see. I don't know if that's a tornado signature, but there is something developing right now, and this tornado warning is done. This initial one. This one is still in effect until 9:45. Just issued. When was this issued? (8:55). So this was issued 5 minutes ago. 2-inch hail, and we could see that. We could see the hail, stream hail core right here. The radar indicated rotation. There is definitely rotation associated with the storm. Memphis Memorial Airport, Memphis and Scotland County Fairgrounds, around 9:05. That's in about 5 minutes. Spillman Mound, Rutledge, Arbella, Sandhill, South Gorham, Granger, and Etna. You guys are in the path of this tornado. Definitely make sure you guys are staying safe. I gotta take a look at my other storms out here though, just to make sure nothing else is doing. So this storm lost a severe thunderstorm warning. This storm looks like I picked up a new one. We'll take a look at that one. Golf ball size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Emergency management called this one in. But we definitely do have a nice supercell developing right now with a nice hail core and definitely some rotation right now. We approached as we hit the 9 p.m. Time for Central Time. Remember, this is only the beginning of potential outbreak. Now we have a nice split right here, so this tells me that there is not much energy in here. But this cold front is slowly making its way, and this storm, like I said, this storm has to outrace this storm, but it's only moving a matter of 5 miles per hour faster. And if the storm intensifies enough, it could drop a significant tornado. And there's only a 5% tornado chance issued right now by the SPC. But when I went chasing down in Morton, Oklahoma, there was a less than 2% chance of tornado probability. It dropped 0.8 of a mile, and there was a storm that dropped an 0.8 of a mile wedge. So, with any storm you have, there's always that chance. And today, conditions are favorable for that chance, and we're seeing tornado warning number 2. This is one that looks more promising from a storm chasing perspective than the Bloomfield tornado warning storm. This one definitely could drop a tornado on the ground. It could have dropped one on the ground briefly. We don't know. I'm still concerned about that spot because sometimes a break in the radar means there is something on the ground. And this storm isn't moving extremely fast either. It's moving 30 miles an hour. So if the tornado could just slow down, and that could be an issue. Velocity, that rotation is now just west of Memphis. It's not as strong as before, which is good. It's also associated with that hail core. So this tornado could be rain wrapped with a hail core. You should not be driving in this storm at all. If you are, then you're at an adrenaline junkie. You generally don't know what's going on. We got a new update on our radar. And again, so this is where not where the rotation was located at. The hail core is slowly diminishing, so we could be seeing a weakening in the storm. This tornado warning is in effect until 9:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Still got a pretty nice blotch of storms here. The cold front is catching up to them. We will see what happens with this storm. This is still getting that rotation coming up from the south, the winds, and it's coming southeast. Just depends on how strong those winds are. But yeah, this is definitely a tornado warning storm. There is a rotation in it. It's weaker than what it was about 5 minutes ago, which is good to see. Tornado-wise, I don't think there's a tornado on the ground, I don't think there was a tornado on the ground, but I don't know exactly. I can't say there was. Correlation coefficient. It's not telling me that there was a debris ball, so right now that's the lowest height reflectivity that's located. Take a look at Echo Top, see how intense the storm is. Okay, so yeah, that definitely was an intense thunderstorm. Okay. Yeah, this is really high cloud tops. You're looking, I believe, if I remember correctly, around 50,000 feet, maybe 55,000, and that must have been with the hail core. And it kind of diminishes. So definitely, there was a pretty nice hail core, and new updated rotation or velocity looks to even look weaker. So we might be seeing the beginning of a weakening of a storm, but the hail core now has improved in the last reading. So the rotation might be losing its strength, but the hail core is probably coming back. So we could potentially be seeing more of a hail risk for that storm. But right now there is still tornado warning in effect for another 40-ish minutes. Although the National Weather Service does have that option to cancel anything, but I definitely take cover until they say it's canceled. Don't assume when the tornado sirens go off when they stop that the tornado warning is over. Plenty of instances they'll sound a tornado warning for the first 5 to 10 minutes. The tornado sounds for the first 5 to 10 minutes to give everyone a warning, a heads up, and then shut them off as the storm hits. And also, a tornado could have, and if the sirens go off, the tornado could have hit one of them. Looks like we got an update on the tornado warning. This remains in effect. Scotland County capable of producing a tornado. 2-inch hail is associated with the storm. So if there's no tornado, you're still going to get pretty significant hail damage. 2-inch hail is about golf ball size hail, a little bit bigger than that. So definitely make sure you are taking cover. You're not outside. You're inside. You're indoors. Lowest floor of your house. Basement is preferred. Most interior room of your house. So 4 walls, and you got a room with 4 walls that with none of those walls having outside out of them. That sounded weird, I know, but basically a room in your house where you can't go outside from. If there was an option for you to go outside from. And looks like we're seeing a pretty intense development out ahead of the storm to its east. So now we got to pay attention to that part. But as the storm moves southeast, we could see something there. Anything else up here? Still got that one severe thunderstorm warning. That severe thunderstorm warning is until 9:30, which is about 20-ish minutes left on that one. As this cold front makes its way, probably going to see decreasing action in storms behind it. Severe wise, might see some storms. But this is setting up for that wave in the middle of the night, the hit up in Illinois. So these cells potentially could hit a war at Naperville, Bolingbrook area. Now, intensity-wise, I don't expect them to be extremely intense. As they're going to move into the less favorable conditions, still you're going to have that hail risk and wind risk. The hail risk is still significant, and I could check it again here in a little bit. But I'm focusing on this tornado warning storm. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning that just got issued. The bearing, let's take a look at this reading. This was issued by St. Louis, Missouri, for northern Knox County in northeastern Missouri. And this is until 10 p.m., so about a 50-minute warning. The storm was located near Memphis, Missouri, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. This is a destructive storm for Knox County. Baseball-size hail. Baseball-size hail. Baseball-size hail, ladies and gentlemen. Baseball-size hail. You do not want to be outside for this, and this is where the significant hail factor comes in. Remember this area had a significant hail factor, which meant pretty much 100% chance of you have every storm that develops into severe storm to potentially drop 2-inch hail in diameter, which is about a golf ball. This is baseball size hail, so that's even bigger. Definitely, if you're outside, you got to get indoors right now. Animals, windows will be shattered, damaged, roof sidings, extreme damage to vehicles. Colony is the only location impacted, but Bering is, and I'm assuming this is for this blotch up here, just west of Memphis. But people need to make sure they are inside right now. So make sure this baseball size hail is being reported for that area. And as we look up here, still not much, but this is a dangerous storm. Make sure that you are inside for this storm. I'm going to take a quick couple-minute break. I'll be back at 9:15. Discuss, and if I see anything else on the radar, then I'll definitely stop my break. But yeah, gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, everyone, I'm back from my break. So, we have a new tornado warning, or no, the same tornado warning issued. See here, see if they updated the wording on it. Means in effect, 2-inch size hail. See what this severe thunderstorm warning, if it still has baseball size hail on it. No, and it is a destructive storm. So, yeah, we're gonna. Now we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for east of Moline and Moline, Davenport. Been there a few times. This is issued by Quad Cities. Moving 40 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So no hail threat. It's just a wind threat. But yeah, interesting to see. Want to take a look at the velocity again. Um, yeah, there is some rotation in there. It's weaker, but there is something there. So we're still looking at potentially a wall cloud with potential funnel cloud, but not seeing much. Looks like we got a change in the curvature of the box. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking a little bit quieter because might have just gotten a little bit of a noise complaint. So I don't know what it was, but I'm just gonna stay a little bit quieter. There's some whisper, but yeah, just want to make sure it's okay. Alrighty. Back out of this. Go back to the radar. So we're getting some development over here, over Northern Illinois, Western Illinois, by Moline Davenport. Pretty cool to see this. You can see the blotch. This is where the radar is located right here. It's pretty cool. Got some more intense thunderstorms developing out ahead of these, which could eat out the instability. Mendota looks to be a potential impact of this storm that's just north of Princeton. But yeah, we still have this tornado warning, which I believe is going till 45, right? Yeah, 45. Still tornado and 2-inch hail. Rutledge is about to get hit. South Gorin has about 5 minutes left of cover before they get hit. She's about here, but I'm pretty sure they have gotten hit already with something. This tornado warning has been active for about a half hour at this point. Started out around here and it's worked its way south. We're looking at a nice structural supercell with a nice blotch of just thunder and lightning out here and heavy rain. And this looks to be eventually heading towards the Quincy area. So definitely need to really pay attention to that. So if you live in Quincy or Palmyra and Hannibal, definitely make sure keeping an eye on this line, on this little stretch of storms. Springfield, you're probably looking more forward towards those storms. That, like I said, that's going to be more the overnight threat. I'm not going to be able to stay up for that. I have important. I have a school tomorrow, but definitely interested in seeing. This is the timing. It's late evening timing. So definitely got to be careful if you are in this area, especially for driving, which you shouldn't be driving at this point. But really, just got two storms now. This storm is dropping golf ball or baseball size hail. You got this storm that's kind of been staying stationary. Well, not stationary, but it's been moving a lot slower. Remember, this storm was moving 35 miles per hour, but it's slowed down a bit. It's still moving 35 miles per hour, quarter size hail, which is about an inch. Wait, quarter inch? Quarter size. So that's about an inch of hail, inch in diameter of hail. This storm still has a nice little hail core attached with it. This tornado warning is in effect until 45. 2-inch hail. Still no confirmed tornado, which is going to be really tough to tell in nighttime. So might not make it a confirmation. Looks like the rotation has increased again. So this storm is probably going to be, this warning is probably going to continue for a while. So that's pretty interesting to see. Correlation coefficient. Okay, so we might have a tornado on the ground right now. Right here. This might be a tornado on the ground right now. Might have one on the ground right now. So definitely, if you are living near this area, if you're living, let's go back to reflectivity. It's not the best. If you're living near Bering or Edna or Knox City, we definitely have a tornado on the ground right now. I feel like with that correlation coefficient reading right now, that definitely looks like, albeit it's a minor one, probably not terrible, but there is definitely a tornado on the ground, I would assume, with that type of reading on the correlation coefficient. Then again, I could be wrong. So, but I definitely make sure you are taking cover. Could not be a tornado. Could be a tornado on the ground. Might not be. Taking a look at different radars too, just to see on my phone. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not that bad. So maybe not a tornado on the ground, but that's a pretty good signature for me to definitely warn everyone to, hey, take cover, because that could be something. If grays start popping up in here, then yeah, you're looking at a tornado on the ground, but that's definitely potential debris. That's here. So that's about right here. So that's just northwest of Rutledge. Go back to it. Okay, it's dissipated now, but I definitely think there was a weak tornado on the ground. Velocity. I want to see if this matches up. Maybe. But the area of main rotation is now over Rutledge. So Rutledge is definitely need to pay attention. And that was an updated radar about 5 minutes ago. So definitely something here. In between Rutledge and Gorn, you're probably looking at South Gorn now. Ping pong ball size hail is now associated with this storm, which is about golf ball size hail. So the storm is starting to weaken. And yeah, you're looking at golf ball size hail down here. So you're not looking at baseball size hail anymore. You're starting to see a weakening. This back storm to the west is kind of diminishing. Let's get back to normal radar. I want to see what these other storms up here are doing. Still looking good. Alrighty. See how this tornado warning storm does. I'd say this is about an area where there could be a potential tornado. Right now, remember this radar is a little bit delayed, so it's not accurate. So yeah. Okay. So we saw that active tornado warning. Not seeing much. This cold front is slowly, like I said, slowly making its way southeast, and could be seeing potential action up here heading towards Valparaiso, which is where I'm at right here. This little dot. But right now, this tornado warning is still in effect. There is still one issued. Got about 17-ish minutes left on that one. So I'll take another look at the velocity, see what's going on. It's still got a tight signature in there, so I wouldn't be surprised if this gets a new tornado warning south here. That could include Knox City. Because this thing is definitely keeping its strength as it moves southeast. It is weaker, but than it was before when it was by Memphis, but it's definitely keeping its rotation, or keeping the rotation. And I've lost that debris ball signature. It might have not have been when it was a weak one. We could have had a weak tornado on the ground for about 2 or 3 minutes, kind of in rural area, so could have had a tornado on the ground. But overall, I think the severe weather threat west of west of the cold front is gone. So Iowa City, you should be fine. Cedar Rapids is going to get. Looks like it's getting a second storm, but Davenport has now three severe thunderstorm warnings around it. Haven't really been paying attention to this cell because concerned about this tornado warning cell down here. But let's take a look at some of these readings. Quarter size hail, $half size hail, so that's almost 2 inches, about 1.5 inches, or 1.75 inches. Golf ball size hail, so these storms are definitely producing some nice hail. See here, these still got not much development of these storms. We do have tornado warning number 2. This has been a tornado warning storm for about a half hour. So, and we got a new severe thunderstorm warning for La Belle, Lewistown, and Monticello. This was just issued about a minute ago by St. Louis. Golf ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. And it looks like we got another severe thunderstorm warning for this part. Okay, hold on. Here we go. This was just issued as well by the Quad Cities 2-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So this is a dangerous storm. There's a tornado warning associated with this storm. So this is definitely the biggest area, and up here, still looking at the same thing. Remember, you still have a tornado watch that still has 2.5 hours left on it, and even if that tornado watch gets canceled, there still could be a rogue cell that pops up somewhere. And at this point, we're going to start to take a look for these cells up here for potentially for the Joliet area, the Kankakee area down the road. But I'm definitely going to be following these storms for a little bit longer. I want to keep an eye on this tornado warning storm though, because it still has a nice rotation signature. It's keeping its intensity severe wise with new additional warnings issued, so there is something definitely new. There is still pretty intense, and it'll be interesting to see what happens when it starts to get out of the enhanced risk and see what happens with it. I'd expect these storms to move, to hit Quincy in the next hour or so. They're not moving particularly fast, 30 miles an hour fast, but they're definitely moving at a pace where you could get, if you get caught in some major traffic jam, that could be on top of you pretty quickly. But the tornado warning has about 12 minutes left on it. We'll see if, I believe St. Louis has this one. Can't really tell, but we'll see if whoever has this storm warning wise. So this is issued by St. Louis, and this is issued by the Quad Cities. So Quad Cities might have the decision on the next tornado warning, but St. Louis is also pretty close. So we'll see what happens. Tornado. There's only some cells of severe weather up here. Davenport is starting to get in that area where they might be a little bit easier. They've lost the severe thunderstorm warning. I was back here. Still no new tornado warning yet, which could mean that they're looking to let this one run out, and then see if they issue a new one rotation wise. And it looks like it's lost a lot of its rotation, so we could see a cancellation of this tornado warning soon, because it definitely looks like it's lost something. Enhanced echo tops, yeah, it was extremely high when it started developing baseball size hail down here. You do have that cell behind it starting to get pretty intense. We should start taking a look at that left cell right here. That's now about to move through the tornado warning area. Yeah, they would probably, and then you got another storm back here that's developing. So this is probably the worst line of storms that we're going to see. And if it develops into an actual line, and that's going to diminish the tornado threat. So, which would be good, but then you're looking at widespread wind damage and widespread hail damage. So definitely take cover if you're in Monticello. I don't know if it's Monticello or Monticello, Lewistown and LaBelle, Ewing, LaGrange, Canton. I definitely take cover. This tornado warning is not going to be around much longer. It has 10 minutes left on the official time. But alright, so this severe thunderstorm warning it ran out, so we'll see if they issued a new one for it. I'm assuming they're going to keep it along with this storm and just reword the wording on the warning. They knocked it down to golf ball size hail, but the tornado warning is still active. Gorin looks to be out. Any trouble. Memphis having a nice time behind the back of the storm. If it was still light out, they would see a nice structure. But I wouldn't be surprised if this tornado warning either gets canceled. I don't think they would extend it because I think it's the tornado or the rotation is weakened, and so I don't think we're gonna see much. Okay, so we do have new severe thunderstorm warnings up here in Illinois. So Mendota, Earlville. So definitely got to pay attention to this. Chicago and Romeyville has this one. $half size hail. Moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Believe this is this cell, but it could also be a part of this. So you're looking at a path probably of this way. So Waterman, Hinckley, Maple Park, DeKalb, Sycamore. I think it's going to go just west of Aurora. Naperville should be clear, but I'll pay attention to that. Just get a new issue here. No, okay. So very interesting to see what they do with the tornado warning. I don't know if they're gonna cancel it or if they're gonna extend it. There's not much time left on that, but it's also and you can see it's re-intensifying the echo top, so it's definitely re-intensifying. I wonder if the rotation is back. Yeah, it's trying to reform something. It's trying, so there is definitely rotation coming back. So they're probably going to extend that just for safety precautions. But yeah, we'll see what they do. They have 7 minutes left on the tornado warning. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning issued out here. This storm is, I don't know if it was just issued, and the tornado warning just got canceled. So anyone in the tornado warning area is done. There is still a slight lingering of rotation, so I prepare for a tornado warning down here in case, but we'll see. The Quad Cities had this one. Looking at you're looking at Western Illinois with this one, quarter size hail. So now the severe threat is starting to move into Illinois, and definitely got something right here. So anyone living east of Mendota, Sandwich, Aurora, just be mindful of potential severe weather. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as this storm runs into this storm. But it looks like this, we'll see what happens with this. Definitely is not weakening as it crosses the river. So it's actually intensifying as it crosses the river. So this storm is definitely has enough intensity to stay healthy as it crosses the river. And this is your second line of storms that's developing up here. You got a little cell up here just northwest of Elgin. You got some more activity behind the cold front just east of Cedar Rapids. But yeah, I'm going to be taking a break here. So we got an updated weather. Oh no, we didn't. I'm going to take about a 2 or 3 minute break here. Last couple times I've taken a break, they've issued a new tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning. So we'll see if that happens. Hopefully not. But yeah, I'm going to take a break, see how much longer, discuss with myself how much longer I want to go with the stream. But yeah. Alright, I'll be back in 9:45-ish. Alright, back from my break. Actually, I haven't looked at the radar at all since then. Okay, so it doesn't look like too much has happened. We got a couple. We got this severe thunderstorm warning is only one for this Davenport cell. Looks like this line is making its way east, so Aurora might be impacted. Overall, severe threat is going to continue throughout the night. I'm probably going to call the stream. Hopefully, there's no tornado warnings, new tornado warnings. I'll probably call the stream here soon. Okay, we have a new tornado warning. Let's take a look at this. Because on the Illinois side and the Quad Cities has this one indicated rotation, so not confirmed yet. But then again, it's going to be tough to confirm a tornado at night unless you're seeing it. Unless you see it. Quarter size hail. Of course, there's a tornado warning. As soon as I said I hope there wasn't one. Let's take a look at the velocity. Alright, yeah, there's definitely something. Some nice signature right here. It's moving an interesting path for the tornado warning box. How long is this tornado warning for? Let's see here. Well, it only has 25 minutes on it. So this is now on the Illinois side of the river. Tornado warning is. So tornado warning number 3 has been issued. No confirmed tornadoes yet today. I think there might have been one near this area, near Rutledge, Gorin, because the correlation coefficient looked like it had a potential debris signature, but might not have been one. That'd be something to look at in the morning tomorrow when the damage survey teams go out from the offices all around, especially where tornado warnings were hit. But yeah, definitely continuing this severe outbreak. Now we have kind of just two singular lines of storms. One's moving south towards the Springfield area. One's kind of moving east, southeast a little bit towards the Joliet area. So definitely make sure you're okay and take cover. Sandwich might get something severe wise. So we have a new severe thunderstorm warning here. Ordis was just issued. Let's see here. 9:40. Now it's 3 minutes ago. Okay, $half size hail. So we're definitely getting into the Illinois outbreak side. Let's take a look and see what the Storm Prediction Center has. Tornadoes have 5% wind and 50% hail. Yeah, still look at this extreme intense chance of hail right here. So yeah. See how much longer this. You see the cold front is slowly but surely making its way east. But this cold front probably won't finish until, or probably won't move past the Chicagoland area. I don't know, till tomorrow morning. So, and that's why there's a chance for severe weather all throughout the night. Yeah, we got kind of again the Bermuda Triangle of stuff, but at the same time, not really. We just have pretty much just two separate lines of storms. One of them in the less favorable conditions area, one of them in the favorable conditions area with a tornado warning. Yeah, there is definitely a rotation on radar. Now it looks like we have two signatures on radar. That's interesting to see. This one on the west looks a little bit stronger than the one on the east, though. So there could be one big wall cloud and two funnel clouds. That'd be interesting. Twins. But like I said, it's not daytime, so you can't really tell if there's a tornado on the ground or not, which is why correlation coefficient, debris ball, is a pretty big thing to tell. I really can't see anything that says, hey, there's a tornado on the ground with this. I don't really see anything. Remember, for a good debris ball, you just want kind of like one blotch, round blotch or something. Got a new severe thunderstorm warning issued. So you're saying move side of this one, northern Adams County in Illinois. So this storm is slowing down even more. 25 miles per hour now. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter size hail. This is extended from the tornado warning, so we will see. Anything else up here? Nothing. So yeah, two different regions of severe weather. One to the southwest, one to the northeast. This kind of split must be from the system yesterday that came through, weakened the energy in this area. But it's nice to see, or it's not nice to see a tornado warning, but yeah, this definitely would have been way too late to chase. Definitely no chance for chasing this. And you're looking at if you live, like, let's say me, I live in a Valparaiso. I mean, that's a 5-hour drive from Quincy, I believe. So you're looking at, if you would leave right now, obviously. By the way, Quincy, you should probably start taking cover too, just in case. But tornado warning is for this part right here, and we'll see if it gets extended. But as the Weather Channel does it, so they usually stop broadcasting for severe weather when it starts to get more intense, but we'll see. If anyone's keeping up with the Bears score, they're losing 24-10 against the Packers, and the Packers are in position to score again. So the Packers will continue to own the Bears with Aaron Rodgers, unfortunately. But yeah, tornado warning. I don't know. Let me check how much it has left on here. 18 minutes remaining. Okay, so 10:15 is that tornado warning storm. We're seeing a more intense development of these storms up here, and if this storm continues its path, even though it's merging with this storm. By the way, this could create some rotation as the storm merges. It could merges, not murders. It could murder the instability out of this storm and cause it to die down. But as this storm moves this way, and this storm moves this way, we could see a slight rotation factor, but nothing that would say you need to issue a tornado warning. For this storm, let's take a look at velocity. Let's see if we have anything. Remember, last time we saw it, there was a couple of signatures. So now we kind of have just one long weak signature. And okay, so we got an updated tornado warning. So we're looking about like right here. Right here is our main right there. So let's take a look at this tornado warning. So St. Louis has been pretty active. I'm assuming that's St. Louis. Yeah. Still not confirmed. Capable of producing tornado. Okay, so weather spotters do report a funnel cloud north of Lima in Hancock County. So that was probably around here. So we have a confirmed funnel cloud. Now, I don't know how they saw it. I'm assuming lightning lit up the sky and they saw it, but we have a confirmed funnel cloud. So there is a chance that this tornado could have been on the ground at one point, or it will continue, and it can be on the ground. So Lima, Lorain, Mendon, Golden, Clayton, Camp Point, Coatesburg, Columbus, Liberty, even Lakeshore Hills. Take cover now. There is a confirmed funnel cloud reported. So definitely something new that we've seen today. Let's take a look back at that velocity. See if you can see it. I'm assuming they're looking at right here. And if we pause it, okay, I just missed it. I had assumed this would be the spot of potential funnel cloud or tornado. It is probably weakened as it approaches Lima, so that's definitely the area where I'm assuming they saw the funnel cloud. Correlation coefficient. Really don't see anything that says, hey, tornado on the ground, so it might not have been on the ground, but we have a report of a funnel cloud, so that is interesting. That is good to know for the public. I don't see anything. So this storm looks like it might be trying to bow out. This is moving fast, it looks like. Oh, 30 miles per hour. Never mind. This storm. 35 miles per hour. Ping pong ball size hail. So Mendoza's getting slammed right now. Sandwich is potentially in the path. Illinois looks to be potentially having the first confirmed tornado on the ground. And this is all northwest of Springfield. Right now, got some light showers. That doesn't really concern me. Might have to keep a slight eye on it just in case it blows up. But the initial reports of potential tornado action in this area looks to be wrong at the moment. And the reports today of a potential tornado being in this area looks to be on point by the SPC. So the SPC looks like they got it correct today, tornado-wise. And this has been a storm that we've followed since here. It's gone through Memphis. Okay, so this is actually where the old tornado storm. This is where the new tornado warning storm. So this is a completely separate tornado warning storm. Looks like we got a new severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah. Hail damages, quarter-size hail. But there was a funnel cloud reported. Take a look at this warning. This used to be the tornado warning storm. So, golf ball size hail. Oh, okay, so the public reported golf ball size hail in LaBelle. So that's a confirmed. I don't think this was recently issued. No. 5 minutes ago. Weather spies reported funnel cloud north of Lima and Hancock County. So just be careful if you're in this area. If you're in Liberty, Clayton or Camp Point, Golden, Menden, take cover now. You never know. But like I said, this is. Oh, we got a new sphere storm warning, and this one will include Quincy, Illinois. It was just issued. $half size hail in the public reported $half size hail. Damage expected. So pretty dangerous hail and potential tornadoes with just this line right here. We're looking at two separate cells that have merged together, and the eastern cell has now taken control and is producing potential tornadoes. As we scroll to the northeast, those storms in kind of northern Illinois and northwestern Illinois are staying kind of the same intensity. This is the area where they really didn't expect any tornadoes, so I don't expect much. But Aurora, you're slowly getting potentially some action. So if you're in Aurora, definitely Sandwich, you're going to get hit. Joliet, I prepare for potential severe weather. Unfortunately, like I said, this is an overnight event. If it was during the day, then this would be a lot easier to do. This would be a lot easier for storm spotters. I would probably be out there with my Valparaiso Storm Intercept team if it was during the day. Velocity, real quick. So you have kind of like a weak couplet in here, like a couple weak couplets in here. So the tornado warning is precautious because there was a funnel cloud. Otherwise, I think we would have not have seen an extended tornado warning. Seeing one tornado warning. But yeah, so Quincy, Palmyra, Hannibal. Even though you're not on the warning Hannibal, I definitely get ready for some severe weather. Tornado warning storm is moving slowly, so I definitely prepare for any issues. We will see if there is a updated warning associated with this storm. Yeah, it is. So as these storms transition southeast, it's gonna be very close for everyone that lives near Aurora. I think you guys might not get hit by this cell. It might move just south of you guys. But yeah. Still got this tornado warning. And remember, we set it off with our first tornado warning at about 7 p.m. Let me try and find the location. Back up here in Bloomfield. We've had two tornado warnings in this general area. And the second one, which was this storm, moved down, and there was a storm developing off to its east, and that's what we have. So we are definitely having one of those classic cases where we're having storms, and then looks like we might have some more development behind the cold front. And this is, like I said, this is where it's going to get tricky. I will be ending the stream at 10:30. Unless there's a confirmed, absolutely confirmed tornado on the ground, I will be ending the stream at 10:30. Because I simply just need to go to bed. I don't. This is tough looking. This is tough to look at right here. It's kind of moving this way, so Vora might get hit. Wheaton is good. Naperville's good. And remember, though, this is probably not even halfway done with this event. I mean, we were looking at stuff 2 or 3 in the morning yesterday with my discussion group for a storm chasing team, and if you look, actually, we could look at the models, see if they have a. Let's refresh this. NAM. Okay, we do have a 0Z model updated, so it's be good to tell. Okay, NAM Nest, sorry. You still have a 0Z. So it's not quite accurate, because this is midnight-ish. Well, it actually might be. And as you can see, the storm, so I definitely worry about Central Illinois, Champaign, and overnight hours. Looking like potentially 1 or 2 in the morning for Central Illinois. This is Effingham area, I believe. I think so. That's about 4 a.m. in the morning. So, and then it looks like we're having a little bit of some action up here. But yeah, so as the northern cells look to break die down, the southern cells will look to intensify. And it looks like we do have some more action coming up right here off the river, northwest or north of Dixon. So we could be seeing potential severe weather overnight for northern Illinois, but central Illinois, it would be my concern, especially with these cells. If they kind of extend and slowly make their way more east, they're going to probably hit Springfield. But as of right now, they're moving more south than east, so we'll see. And we have another storm that broke off with us just west of Canton, Illinois, southwest of Peoria. We'll see. If anyone's keeping up with the Bears-Packers game, the Packers beat the Bears 27-10. What's new? Yeah, until that tornado warning, unless they extended or canceled, there's not much else that I see. This is just a mess up here, and yeah, looks like we're getting more alpha winds from the winds, so it's more of a wind threat. Down here, I want to take a look at the velocity just in case. So there's a pretty nice signature there, but we're also hitting the edge So we should be able to use Lincoln's. Okay. Well, it's not great. There is definitely something there. Something there. Then again, it's also kind of a weird angle. And take a look at Davenport's again. Davenport has an even bigger notch, but that's not necessarily good. Does Des Moines all go all the way over here? Yeah, okay. So we're getting some nice signature there for potential rotation. Correlation coefficient. Nothing. So, yeah. Till we get an update on that tornado warning, I don't know what else we're gonna be seeing. Got some more severe weather. This line's moving southeast, so this severe thunderstorm warning got canceled. It looks like Aurora, you guys are going to get potentially hit with the northern part of that storm. It's a weird angle, like a house shape of a severe thunderstorm warning. This one was issued 2 minutes ago. So, quarter size hail. Interesting. Okay, so prepare me. So this is more of a Boeing storm. So as the storm it can extend, we're gonna see. It's pretty interesting. This tornado warning. Let's see how much has left on it. 31 minutes left on it. Alright, I think I'm going to call the stream when the tornado warning expires. Hopefully they don't extend another one. But if they do, 10:40, 10:45, or whenever this tornado warning ends, that's when I'm going to end the stream. I do need sleep. But then, of course, you got this massive cell that's starting to really blow off. Remember, this came off this cell. But, yeah. So, either 10:45 or when the tornado warning ends. And if they issue an extended version, I'll just look at it. But, yeah. I'd say about another half hour on this stream. This has been a long stream. I started streaming a little bit before 7 p.m. Getting up there to 3.5 hours of the stream. So yeah, there's not going to be any weekly or daily forecasts today, uploaded today. This is in place of that. I had a stream yesterday about a half hour forecasting for today. And I will probably not upload anything until Tuesday night because I got some important stuff to do. Coming up. Remember, tornado warning is still in or tornado watch is still in effect until midnight tonight. Midnight, so still got about an hour and 45 minutes left of potential tornado activity, according to SBC. Looks like this one cell is trying to break through this blob of just nothing. There's been no activity besides maybe a shower here or there this entire time. But yeah, this storm is slowly broke off, and it's going up in between Galesburg and Canton. But I'd expect potential severe weather. Yeah, some severe weather heading down this way. You had a storm that hit Kewaunee that's basically died out. But yeah, we have no updated warnings for these cells down here, so my guess is St. Louis is observing these and trying to get reports, see what they should do. take a look at velocity again, see what we are looking at. So we still have a weak couplet right there, but we're getting to the point where we're going to need to use Lincolns. And when you use Lincolns, there's a better reflectivity notch right here. Where is that at? Coatesburg, just north of Coatesburg. That was also 7 minutes ago, so Coatesburg is probably getting close. It's probably getting close to Coatesburg, that little notch. Velocity wise up here, you probably use. I mean, you got, this is more of just a line of heavy outflow winds. Maybe a shelf cloud here or there. And we could use K-Lot for this. I don't think there's any rotation involved in this storm. Otherwise, they probably would have issued a tornado warning already. Absolutely nothing. Just all outflow winds. So there's going to be a wind threat for that area. Yeah, pretty interesting setup for today. It's been interesting watching this entire stream, or watching this entire event play out. Now, if I didn't have any school tomorrow, I would probably take a break, a longer break, kind of just watch from afar, and every so often check my radar, but I have stuff tomorrow. So yeah, 10:45 or whenever the tornado warning that's currently active gets canceled, it'll be a quick end because I don't want it. And if it gets extended, then I'll just read off the extension and say my thoughts about it and then end the stream. But yeah, 10:45 will be the absolute last I'll stream until. Just interesting to see. And this storm does look to have a ton of lightning in it. So definitely stay inside. You shouldn't be outside anyways with a tornado warning, but gotta worry about yourself. And you got some more activity kind of happening off the cold front, so this probably will happen until 3 or 4 in the morning, I'd say at the latest, in terms of severe weather. The best part about this is that or there is no best part about this. Worst part about this, sorry, is that it's at night. If it was during the day, you'd probably be able to see potential signature, probably potential funnel clouds. Be a good time to chase, but I mean, you're looking at nighttime. Rural areas are tough to really see out here. I don't know if it's necessarily rural, because you have a couple of cities, but still nighttime is tough to drive in. Got an arrow severe thunderstorm one here. I think this is a new one. 6 minutes ago was when it was issued. After all size hail, so the hail is getting up there. You've seen baseball size hail associated with this storm right here. Back when it was over here. Yeah. Interesting to note. Just kind of waiting for that tornado warning to see what happens. Well, yeah, if you live up here in Aurora, you're probably gonna get some storm, heavy rain. I don't think we're gonna see any severe warning issued beside, maybe unless there's a wind threat, but I don't see anything that says, hey, issue a warning now. I don't know, is this a new issued one? No. Yeah, train spotters reported a funnel cloud at West Camp Point, but don't really see anything else that is updated. So we can take a look at velocity real quick. We gotta change our location to Lincoln. So yeah, there's some nice notches in here that potentially rotation. So yeah, it's rotating around here, which is probably now down here, but it definitely rotate. It's definitely still rotating pretty strongly. So I wouldn't be surprised if they extend the tornado warning here in about 5 minutes. So yeah. Looks like we don't have a severe thunderstorm warning anymore for Quincy area. So we're getting some weakening uh, in this western side of the storm. This cell is starting to re-intensify, it looks like. Was this just issued? Might have been just issued. Alright, I'm gonna take a couple minute break. I'll be back 10:25. A new tornado warning? That's just a severe. That's just a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay. Wait, so we have. Okay. Emergency management reported numerous trees down in Lorraine. So it looks like we're getting some massive wind damage and or tornado damage from the storm. Which, if we find Lorraine on a map. Okay, so Lorraine's up here. So that's definitely a potential tornado damage. So interesting to see. And I clicked the speed up warning. Yeah, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So it's either it could be from the wind. And remember, the wind gust is about the same miles per hour as the EF0, so it might not be a tornado, but there is some damage from this storm, and it was expected. And now we have a pretty significant notch down here, so this sucker is going to produce another tornado warning, I feel like. Get a correlation coefficient going. I don't see anything confirmed by Lorraine. Try and look. Nah, it just looks like a straight line winds type of thing, so more of a. I don't think that's a tornado damage. I think it's straight line winds damage. This storm is just intensifying like crazy. So it looks like this might be the line of storms that kind of works its way over northwest Indiana and south of Chicago. So interesting to see. Still no additional tornado warning. Um, Actually, they just issued another one. Yeah, so this is a new one. It's been updated to 1045. The good thing here is it will remain over mainly rural areas. But so far, the only thing we've had is a confirmed funnel cloud. No confirmed tornadoes yet by weather spotters. But like I said, it's dark out. You're not gonna have many weather spotters chasing. I wouldn't be surprised if we've had a tornado touchdown. I can't remember exactly where it said, but probably around here. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a tornado touchdown southeast of Memphis, Missouri. Uh, Overall, I mean, we're going to continue to get some storms developing, so wouldn't be surprised if this turns into a severe storm soon. But yeah, got about 17-ish minutes left on the stream. And I'm going to call it. Unfortunately, I love doing this, but unfortunately, okay. Well, the app just crashed. That just happened. Sometimes happens. Okay. Been using it for a while. Just probably crashed. Normally, sometimes does that. You use one app forever, it sometimes does that. Or if your computer gets a little hot, overheats. Which my tablet is a little hot, but it's been working for almost 4+ hours. So, and I've been using it for homework. So, been using it quite a bit. Aurora, you guys are probably getting ready to start getting ready to have rain. Some pretty a good amount of lightning in here, so prepare for some loud booms. So if you live in Aurora, Aurora, I definitely prepare for some nice lightning strikes. Wear headphones to bed if you go to bed. If you're still awake and you don't like thunder. But as this storm, this looks like this will be the part that kind of just breaks off and slowly makes its way over to northwest Indiana. So, and we still have not gotten an updated warning box, but we have an updated warning. It has about 14 minutes remaining on it. Radar indicated rotation, and as we've seen, this storm has rotation in it. That's not rotation. Here we go. Yeah, there's still, and we also have some parts down here, so we might have some multiple vortice type tornadoes potentially making moves. We do have although it's a little bit weaker, but we have a nice couplet right over this road right now. But that was 5 minutes ago, so that's probably the couplet's probably over here. But now we have a little dots here, potential rotation. So pretty interesting to see. I'll look at the correlation, not that correlation coefficients. I don't see anything that says, hey, you've just had a tornado. More of straight line winds. Remember, there has been tree damage, I believe. Is it tree damage? I gotta go to the severe thunderstorm warning, I think. Numerous trees down in Lorraine, which Lorraine is up here, and the tornado warning went through there. We got an updated box, by the way. I just realized that. This severe storm, that's getting a nice little work. 40 miles per hour. So you got one to the east of the river, one to the west of the river. And that one storm that I said, and there you go. Oh, we have a tornado warning. Another one. For Milo. Illinois. Justicia Osceola. Northwest of Henry. Let's get this one. Okay, so we have two tornado warnings. We have both of them are in Illinois. We have an updated severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so definitely, and this looks more like a Boeing out type of thing, type of indication here. Whoa, maybe not. We might have a tornado in progress. Hold on, wait a minute. Maybe not. Might actually be a weaker part of rotation. Hold on, I need to go back. Are we using K-Lot? No, we're not. Let's use K-Lot. Might be better for us. Okay, so yeah, it's not as strong K-Lot, but we do have another tornado warning in Illinois, northeast of Galesburg. Back, we got that severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning down here, it has been canceled. But now we have a tornado warning up here. But I just want to see if we have an extended, new tornado warning down here. Now this severe thunderstorm warning, not that one. Okay. Okay, so there are power lines down in Camp Point. So Camp Point is right here. That's either a tornado or heavy winds, and there are 70-mile-per-hour winds, but we potentially have tornado damage from the storm, from Lorraine down to Camp Point. We potentially have tornado damage there. We have a severe thunderstorm developing here, just west of Peoria. Of course, I say we have a tornado warning up here, just northwest of Henry, Illinois. We have some storms getting ready to hit my hometown, or if they already have in my hometown. We're going to give the stream to 10:45, so 10:45 will be the end of it. And then we'll call it there. This is, like I said, this is going to be not quite all night into the morning hours, but this will probably be a 2 or 3 a.m. Event. Tornado watch ends in an hour and 25 minutes, but we could see one here. And also we got more storms starting to develop back here. More storms here. So this is probably not gonna end for a while. And yeah. So we got one active tornado warning. That's tornado warning number 5, I believe, or number 6. I believe it's number 5 though. Has not been a tornado confirmed. Now what's going to be interesting to note is, will this storm cut off this storm? Interesting to note. Since there's a tornado warning for this storm, we'll focus on it. We'll focus on velocity. Like I said, there's a slight rise, and then now there's a pretty decent size of velocity right over Milo. About 6 minutes ago, so that probably has moved south to about right here. Tornado wise, you really can't tell It looks more like a wall cloud type of thing, and I don't really see anything on correlation coefficients. I don't see any debris signature. This looks more like just a wall cloud with some pretty nice rotation at the base. Yeah, this severe storm is. Remember, I just broke off of this storm, and I said I probably wouldn't be long till that gets warned, and it's been warned. So yeah, I'm gonna give it till 8:45. See if they have they have any updated tornado warnings or any severe thunderstorm warnings. Yeah, well, they updated a box for this warning. They shrunk it down, which is smart. We'll see what the new update. They have 7 minutes remaining on that one. And I guess this will be mainly rural areas, so which is good. Want that to happen. And then tomorrow I could record a video in the evening, just briefly looking at the storm reports, see if we have any tornado storm reports. Otherwise, I probably won't do much in terms of recording. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Tuesday night will be my next batch of forecasting videos that'll go up. So we got some reports of some pretty good lightning around Aurora, Naperville area. Don't ask me how I know that. I'm just a wizard that there are good reports of lightning over here. Yeah, we'll see what they do with this tornado warning. We'll see if they extend it or if they cancel it. If they cancel it, then that probably do it for tornado warnings for individual cells, because now it's just kind of bulging out. We're starting to get more of a wind threat here. We still have a good signature here though by Miles, so that's probably going to be extended here pretty soon. If not, then I'd be shocked. I mean, we could look at Lincoln's, and there it is. There's a new warning. And yeah, look at this. This is really strong rotation. So we're definitely getting some funnel cloud action here, most likely. And there is a new tornado warning issued for Henry, Lincoln, Varna, Illinois. Take a look at this warning. Central Marshall County, potential tornado, quarter-size hail. Yeah, so this event is really starting to kick off now. Because now we're starting to get more cells. We have a severe thunderstorm back here. These poor people by Bloomfield are going to get hit again for the third time by a severe thunderstorm today, especially at night. Quarter-size hail. Well, that's a good thing that quarter-size hail is the only reason for warning that was recently issued as well. Davenport, let's use Davenport's for this. I just want to take a look at the velocity. None of them are looking at anything. So yeah, so we currently have two tornado warnings, but really it's just one, and one's in it, and they extended the box out. But yeah, so you got this plenty of storm action here when it was predicted to happen. So plenty of cells here. You got this cell developing. You got a severe storm here. You got this line of severe weather. This line of severe weather with two tornado warnings. And this is probably the best area for, this is the highest velocity area. Use K-Labs, also known as Romeoville's. Let's go to Lincoln to see Lincoln. There you have. Yeah, that's a pretty nice notch. So, I'm not surprised that tornado warning got issued or extended. Basically, Peoria is about, well, they're already getting hit by one cell in front of them, but they're about to get hit by the main cell. That's severe. But yeah, overall, this system is going to continue on for the next few hours. Tornado watch is in effect until 11 or midnight, but we might have an updated one. I haven't checked the watches in a long time, so let me check that right now. What the watches are looking like. Okay, so we have a severe thunderstorm watch out here, but the tornado watch is still back here. I'm surprised they haven't extended a tornado watch out for these regions of Illinois. But the original tornado watch that was issued today at 6:10 p.m. by Norman is going until midnight. I'm surprised they haven't issued another one for this area because we're seeing quite a bit of rotation here. But they don't have to issue a tornado watch if they don't feel like there'd be a good chance for tornadoes. But I mean, we're still getting a lot of activity here. And then I said how there's this kind of break of no action. Well, now there's getting action, and we actually have a severe thunderstorm warning up here north of 88. So pretty interesting to see this one. Let's take a look at this one. Bolton, 50 miles per hour, quarter size hail. I don't know exactly which cell they're talking about. I'm guessing it's this part that's moving north. So looks like we're potentially going to see this. Well, we're plenty of urban areas, so if you're out at this time, make sure you stay safe. I'll take a look at velocity up here because I know I have family over here. I just want to check just in case. Use the K-Lot one. I mean, that's a lot of outflow and really no rotation though. So yeah, really you're looking for stuff back here, but I don't really see anything. It's just a bunch of jumbled mess, in my opinion. But yeah, all right. Probably gonna call the stream there. We still have one tornado warning active, but that's going to be active for a while. It'll probably get extended too, because that rotation has been pretty active. Nothing has been confirmed, but other than a funnel cloud that was earlier. Like I said, tomorrow that's a pretty good notch of rotation right there. So we probably have a wall cloud with potential funnel cloud action there, but there's still rural areas too, so that's good. But yeah, it's kind of blowing up all over the place. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this stream. If I didn't have school tomorrow, then I would probably take a break, a 25 or 30-minute break, then come back. Unless I notice tornado potential. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for the stream, guys. I hope everyone has a safe rest of your night. I know it's going to be not a fun night tonight, especially if you don't like storms. Remember, the system is not going to be over for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if they extend a tornado watch over here until like 3 or 4 in the morning. Surprised they haven't. Because now the severe storms are probably going to be popping up in Illinois. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning here. Let's take a look at it, see if they have anything. 70 miles per hour winds, nothing else. Okay, so yeah, that's going to do it for this stream, guys. Stay safe tonight. This event's going to continue on. Like I said, probably 2 or 3 in the morning. We now have a marine warning out here. Now Romeoville's getting a lot of action, but yeah, that's going to do it for the stream. I also want to get some sleep before it hits here, in case something happens. I don't want to be up. But yeah, that'll do it for the stream. Hope you guys stay safe. Make sure when you go to bed, have some sort of ringer on or some sort of alert system, because these storms will only get worse as it gets to overnight hours. Yeah, you guys take care, stay safe, and peace.